find your lack of faith disturbing.
Gotcha!
Smash Mouth Footballers. Introducing Nic Tate, Joe Caldero, Chad Young, Smash Mouth Footballers.
Hey, welcome to Smash Mouth Footballers. I'm Nic Tate.
Joe Caldero.
And I'm the Cadillac.
And guys, we're going to do a deep dive into the Houston Texans. You may see a little controversy because we all have a different love for this team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This comes from a fan. Girl I met recently in Houston. Seemed really cool. Huge Astros, huge Texan fans. We sat outside of a little club having adult beverages, and I think we talked about this team for about 2 hours. And one of the main things we talked about was their offensive line and how atrocious it was last year because of Tunsell's penalties.
Right.
I mean, great pass blocker. You cannot doubt how great he is. One of the best pass blocking tackles in the NFL, but led the league in penalties. Stupid penalties.
Mm-hmm.
CJ Stroud took a step back.
Yep. That because of the offensive line.
Because of the offensive line. I don't think it's anything that because of Stroud. And to show you how good he was, they made the playoffs, snuck in the playoffs because they won that division, and they won a game in the playoffs.
Stroud had like 2.3 seconds to throw the ball. He was sacked so many times.
The second most hit quarterback in the NFL. And they got rid of Kenyon Green and they got rid of Tunsell. Mm-hmm. Now they picked up a couple people.
Cam Robinson taking Larry Tunsell's position, I like it.
I do too, but Cam Robinson's not the path. He's not the player Tunsell is, but
he's the average. He's right down the middle of both those. Where Tunsell was so good at one thing, so bad at run protection. Cam Robinson is the median.
And
he's good at both, not great at both.
Yeah, and I want to say that if their line, because some of the moves they made on their line were not great moves, but if their line's just average, you got to think. So the Sharps have them 9.5. 9.5 games they're going to win is the bet. I think they go over that. I think they go over that. I'm putting money on them going over 9.5.
If you give CJ Stroud 3 seconds with as good as, like I said before, he is a coach's dream. Good footwork, great arm. Mechanics, can throw every place on the field. He just needs the time. He's a timing quarterback. He needs the time.
He threw hardly any interceptions his rookie year. This year he went up, but he didn't have time.
He didn't have time.
And he was playing behind because of Tunsell's penalties.
Well, not just him. The other offensive line was not that great either. I think they improved. Nico's hopefully healthy and will be back for a whole season. That's very important.
They had to do something there because, look, Tank Dell, unfortunately, man, me and her talked about that injury. That was the most gruesome injury, one of the most gruesome injuries.
Behind Alex Smith is pretty...
Yeah, behind him. And, Nick Chubb's was pretty nasty, too. And he's not going to be near. So, in the draft, they went and got help, okay? They went and got wide receiver in the draft, okay? Mm-hmm. They went and got Jaden Higgins. They got Jalen Noel. Jalen Noel's going to take the top off. Jaden Higgins is big. He's built like
Nico.
He's built like Nico Collins. Yep. Yeah, and Nico Collins, for what it's worth, when we did our tier rankings, I think we all had Nico in tier 2, didn't we?
Yes.
I mean, the guy is...
If he's healthy, he's special.
He was a top 5 fantasy wide receiver whenever the first couple games, 5 games, yeah.
Christian Kirk is better than a healthy Tank Dell to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Schultz is getting older, but he's still serviceable.
He's not been what you thought Dalton Schultz was supposed to be, but he's good. On third down, you can look to him.
I want to see Mechie in the slot.
Oh, yeah, me too.
I want Mechie to do good. The guy beat cancer. I mean, goodness, give this guy a chance to get healthy and show what he has.
I think Joe Mixon is going to take a step back this year.
Yeah, this is where we disagree.
Yeah, see, I think He takes a step back, and the sneaky pick they made in the draft for Woody Marks. Woody Marks was arguably the best passing running back in the draft. And I think you're going to see Woody Marks on third down catching a lot of balls out the backfield.
So Mixon takes a step back because of Woody Marks is catching the middle.
Yes, because of Woody Marks' ability as a receiving running back.
I think if C.J. Stroud has the 3 seconds to throw the ball, it opens the middle up for our guy Mixon.
Can I just say something about this team? Like, all we're talking about is offense, right? Because they arguably have the best secondary. Kwame Lassiter, Derek Stingley, Sidney Gardner-Johnson.
Yep.
Look at the depth. Their third and fourth safeties could start.
Yeah, they got CJ for nothing.
They got, the depth and the coach they got is such a great defensive mind, and the talent on defense, that defensive line, and it's just coming up like look at it's a spoils of riches. It's like the Eagles defense, but better in the AFC with the Texans.
A lot of people don't know because they've got Derek Stingley Jr. on one side, but Kamari Lassiter
is a dog. He is a dog, man.
So yeah, I'm all about them, and I think they make the playoffs. They have a weak division. So
weak division.
They're going to win it by a mile.
They probably have the best defense. Arguably them or the Broncos.
They're top 3 for sure.
Oh my God, man.
The Broncos, the Rams, and them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unreal.
That secondary, though, you can say what you want. That secondary's got to be the best in the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
That secondary's the best. I mean, Derek Stingley Jr., they paid him as he should be. And then on the other side, Kwame Lassiter is a dog, man. They went and got Sidney Gardner-Johnson from Chauncey Gardner-Johnson from the Eagles.
Yeah. And then you got Kalen Bullock, who's just going to create havoc in the middle of the field.
Havoc, HAVOC. I mean, I want, if this offensive line is just average, and they did a good job, like when they drafted Ursery, they got such good value.
Yeah.
They traded out the first round, still got the Iowa State wide receivers that they wanted. Woody Marks was a great pick, I think. You know, I mean, they know, hey, we got to get better on offense. Look at their draft picks. Their draft picks said that. We went wide receiver. The value they got for Ariante Ursery, so they're gonna. Man, he may start. I know they think he's a project and everything else, but
Cam might start the season and then Ursery
comes in. Yeah, or they may move him at guard.
They might flip flop him.
Yeah,
keep them both healthy.
It's just amazing that they got him at that value. I mean, they won at the draft. Their defense is just amazing from their pass rushers to the secondary to the linebackers. I mean, just C.J. Stroud, a third-year quarterback.
Keep him off the ground, please.
Just if that line can just be average, 10-7, they struggled at times last year, right? But they won 10 games and they went to the playoffs and they won a game. And they barely lost that playoff game. They were winning that. I mean, they were being competitive, and they were hurt, and they came over adversity and everything else. That team is stronger this year, coming out of a weak division, and I really think they're going to push the Chiefs and the Bills. I do think they push the Chiefs and the Bills. Houston is a team nobody's talking about because defense ain't sexy, but it wins championships, and they have got that in spades.
Yep. Keep CJ off the ground.
Yep.
Keep Nico healthy. But even say CJ something happens. I hope it doesn't.
No, the dude is so good.
Their division is so weak. Davis Mills can still take this team to the playoffs.
Yeah,
they're stacked. They're stacked on defense. I mean,
there was a crazy stat. I mean, because they follow the New England, and Nick Caserio came from New England. They follow the Patriots' way of doing things. They made so many draft picks. I think they made one pick that was originally theirs in the third round because they traded so much. And something we haven't discussed yet, but they fired Bobby Slovic, who I thought, I mean, he was going from getting head coaching gigs to fired. And the reason why is because C.J. Stroud did not have a chance to audible. He had no chance to audible with the offensive line. He had no chance to change the plays. Bobby Slovic was such a control guy. They got Nic Caley. Nic Caley comes over from the Rams, that offensive coordinator, that passing coordinator for them. Look, the model of the game is Stafford. Big arm, don't make mistakes. Seems like a natural fit. And C.J. Stroud's going to have more control of the offensive line. I think that helps him because he can check in and out of plays now.
He's gonna move up in people's projections for the next.
As he should. Yeah, this is.
He's going to have a resurgence.
He's going to have a resurgence because he had a lot of unfortunate interceptions last year, and it wasn't his fault. It's the offensive line. Well, he's got a chance to audible out of them plays with Nic Caley. Mm-hmm. And Nic Caley, I think, brings something more than Bobby Slovic did. Bobby Slovic, for what it's worth, I mean, there was a lot of control there.
One and done type of dude, you know.
And that doesn't make sense. Like, why would you even be a head coach or even an offensive coordinator or be anybody playing in the NFL and not give your quarterback options?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you go out there, you give them the mat to play. Once the play starts, you have no control over it whatsoever.
Right. Yeah.
On top of that, he's on the ground. He sees that safety, what happens with that safety or what happens with that corner or whatever, and he has to have the option right there to make that change, knowing that the play's not going to work. You know, I've seen this a lot in high school football, a lot of college football. Coaches, for some god-awful reason, don't trust their quarterback or don't want to develop their quarterback to the point that they say, all right, that's the guy you're going to throw to. So it doesn't matter what happens, that's what you're going to do. Or that guy's going to run the ball, and that's the hole he's going to go to. And that's it. And given we're talking NFL, the professional league, D1, you have to have superior mastermind abilities to win in this. As long as you're talking about the division being the weakest, I don't believe it's the weakest. I think it's the most uncertain. Because Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence, the ability this year to show off. He has the talent, but he's got plenty of great wide receiver cores. Colts, if they could figure out their quarterback issue, which they got two quarterbacks now that everybody is hyped up about, both of them. Some people like this one, some like that one, some believe this and that. If they can figure out a way to fix that, and then Tennessee got Cam Ward, the number one pick in the draft. How does that affect them?
Tennessee's 2 or 3 years away.
But the thing is, can they win games? And can they win games to get to a wild card?
I hope.
There may be a chance for that.
I think the Texans go 4-1 in the division.
The Texans have an opportunity to take it over because they are the most cohesive team right now, but they could get passed up real quick by one of these others.
The only one that's a threat is Jacksonville to me.
Me is Indianapolis. I think they go 5-1.
That's the thing.
That's a good point.
You're thinking they lose to Indianapolis?
I think they're going to lose one game.
Do you see the uncertainty?
Yes.
It's an uncertain league.
It is. It's an uncertain division, yeah.
I agree. I'm not so high on Cam Ward this year. I'm not saying he's not great. There's a lot of good talk in the OTAs about his passing ability, but he is truly fresh. The team is dismantled, basically trying to figure its own element out right now. Though that is the team that's probably going to least likely win. The other three, it's a toss-up.
It is.
Who gets their stuff together quicker?
I still think the Texans this season run away with it.
I do too. I think they go 5-1 in the division. The over/under for the season is 9.5. I'm putting money they go over 9.5. I mean, that's easy. I think they win 11 games. I think they go 5-1 in the division. I think they may lose in Indianapolis. The schedule is tough coming out the gate. Okay, the schedule coming out the gate. Look, it's the Rams.
Wow.
Then they go on the road from Texas to Los Angeles. Then the Bucks. Okay. I think they beat the Jaguars that first game. Mm-hmm. They Titans, and then the Ravens. Like, there's a chance they can be 2-3. 2-3. But at the end of the year, when it counts, their schedule's super easy. They're 3 games at home. That division game, I think they close in Indianapolis. The Chargers are going to be tough. Then they got the Raiders and the Cardinals.
Yeah.
But they're
going to get in with 9 wins.
They're going to get 9 wins. I think they win 11. I think they're going to take some of these games. This defense is a great. I think they're going to beat the Chiefs this year.
And that's what's wrong with those other teams you mentioned. Jacksonville's defense is not great.
You're right.
The Colts defense is a work in progress, but they're better.
They're better. They're good, but not great. This defense is great.
Yeah. And anybody who still has Anthony Richardson on their team aren't serious about winning. Anthony Richardson quit on his team.
He did.
They're not serious about
the only thing I have to say about that is he's so young. Look, I'm gonna say this. Spencer Rattler's 24, Stroud, Shuck is 25. He's coming out in the NFL. Hey, they are way older. They're 2 years, 3 years older than Anthony Richardson because he was 20, almost 20. He barely turned 21 when he came out, right?
Okay.
And he's played more NFL games than both of them.
Okay.
And he's that young. Let's not forget how young he is.
That was a huge disservice to him.
That was a huge disservice to him coming out. They should have
Just played Flacco.
Yeah, just play. Don't
whoever.
Let him sit, and they didn't do it, and that huge hit on his confidence. I know his confidence was shook.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're going from college where the hash marks are like this, and the if you got the arm strength to do it because that wide open. It's wide open over there on the flat all day long in the college game, right? And you can scheme people open in the college game. The NFL game, the hash marks are here. Like, the first thing you have to do is have the arm strength. Like, that's what you learn in college. Okay, he's got the arm strength to get it. Okay, well, look, he can play quarterback because he's got a strong enough arm. But then you got everybody in a window like this. Your reaction speed has got to be fast. And at 21 years old, you're just, come on, you got to be a genius.
At 23, he's not going to.
At 23, no, he's not that quarterback.
No.
He is not that. He's not. Look, there's some quarterbacks that did it, that had it. There's some quarterbacks. It took Drew Brees time to get that, okay? It took Tom Brady time to get that, okay? And he started at Michigan, and he fought for a job at Michigan. This kid come from Florida, and he was young. He's got to get that, and he's still a year and a half away.
But C.J. Stroud, because we're talking about the Texans, C.J. Stroud came with that. He came polished.
But he came from Ohio State.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's why you do what we said. You get players from NFL-ready colleges.
Teams. That's why I didn't like Jackson Dart. That's why Jackson Dart, you can't put him on the football field this year. Not going from Ole Miss, not taking a snap underneath center, not coming from that scheme. He's got to learn. And like Jaden Daniels.
Look at Davis Mills. Coming from Stanford, right?
Stanford, yep.
He wasn't NFL ready.
No.
And they threw him out there.
And Stanford, you say what you will, but there's just genius kids at Stanford, right? You know what I'm saying? But the reason why he's in the NFL because it's processing. Because it's an intellectual game, and this is why we're here. This is why Cliff Kingsbury and Jaden Daniels I think work so well, is because Cliff Kingsbury has a scheme for a college quarterback, for a college scheme. And Jaden Daniels came from LSU, and LSU runs a RPO. They have RPO options, but it is the wide receivers run wide receiver NFL routes. Okay, like, let's be honest, they run NFL routes. And that is a major advantage going from college to NFL.
So, Texans, how many wins, Nick?
8.
Okay. You still get in the playoffs in this division with 8 wins.
Yep. I got 11.
I got 10.
Yeah.
And I got C.J. Stroud having probably the most resurgence of any quarterback who struggled last year.
I hope so, because I like what they did with the offensive coordinator.
And I'm talking about even Trevor Lawrence is going to have a resurgence with Liam Cohen. C.J. Stroud is going to be bigger than that.
Yeah. I like C.J. Stroud being able to make changes pre-snap.
So smart.
Pre-snap.
So smart.
Yep. Wise beyond his years, great player. The NFL is better for him being in the league.
Yes, good person. And I everything about C.J. Stroud I like, and I root for him every game. We've talked about who, if we ever got to the point in this podcast where we got players that would come on or whatever, C.J. Stroud's the guy who I want.
Oh my God, man! I absolutely love this kid. Everything he does, I love how he plays quarterback. Although he gives. His dad, and everything about his dad, and he just overcomes it and everything. Like,
overcame adversity. His story is just great.
Yeah, amazing story. And how do you not root for him?
I do.
As a person, you have to root for him. I do.
Being here in Central Louisiana, we get the Saints games. We get the Houston Texans games.
Yep. And it's fun to watch this thing. And,
I love watching.
And D'Amico Ryans look, him playing for the Texans, and now he's coaching Texans and he's being successful. I love that aspect of him.
Keeping it in-house.
Yep, and I love the fact that he is, his defensive mind is just brilliant. And
as you can
tell. And
he puts the offense in the hands of the people who know.
Yep.
He doesn't have a problem doing it.
And he saw, like, this guy was getting head coaching interviews. The next year they struggled. You know what he did? He fired him.
Yeah.
That's a CFO. Like, that is who you want running your coach. That's like, you run that team like a business, you're going to do good, and that's what he's doing.
Yep.
Major moves.
So put this to bed. They make the playoffs easy.
Yep, easy. They're going playoffs. And I think they make a run at the Super Bowl.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
All right.
Well, that's it, guys. Well, until next time, I'm Nic Tate.
Joe Caldero.
I'm Cadillac.
We're out.
Smash Mouth Footballers.
a regular thing.
Artlist I.O.
I shoot my shot and it's clean. This is my city, yeah, this is my team. If you talking and talking me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, champion. The game is in trouble. I've been in my depth for the piece of the puzzle. I got it for real. Still keep me going. I wake
Music
up
licensing reimagined.
in the field, man of the town. You've been in your fields. I'm adjusting this crown. Call me your majesty. Either that or your tragedy.